you ever watch that show, Ghost Hunters?
Oh, yeah.
And every single place they went to is just like, look at that right there, it's an orb. There's a ghost in here, it's an orb.
There's a ghost. Yeah.
Orbs mean ghosts, and there's orbs in this house. There's some orbs in this house. There's some orbs.
Can't take you guys anywhere.
This is my first band, my college band, the Copper Smoke Trials, and we made this EP in a garage with our friend Robert, and we left 10 copies here, looks like, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 10. Maybe we sold 2, it looks like, which is terrible return on investment. That's it. Bird, the EP, it's out there still. Want to hear Baby Clayton.
I sell my handgun. Never thought I'd be back in this
Ghost drive, gain treble output, make it high. In and out the voltage, it is 9.
There ain't no love left in this place. Now I'm stuck in this ghost town.
All right. I welcome you to the official Clayton Ryan Museum, curated by my friend Scott Miller. We call him Skirt Bert. Skirt Bert, I love you, man. You ain't here, so we're just going to show off these artifacts. All right. Let's see. Starting off, right before I left Iowa, recorded this here album. It was my first one under the band The Singing Mountain. And did this one at Flat Black Studios here in outside Iowa City. And all these were done with a couple of my friends from college. And then I think I mixed and did a lot of it once I moved to South Dakota in just a small little room in a cabin. All these people were all producers on it in the sense that they helped make it happen. It was great. The vinyl record itself, the company that made them didn't really do the best job. They took like 20 weeks to get them to us. When it's supposed to take 10, and they're very snippy. Let's see, here's some other Clayton Ryan Singing Mountain, various posters. Best poster ever made in my life, swear to God. Some stickers, these are vintage right here. Vintage Clayton Ryan Singing Mountain stickers. Back when I was going under a moniker of Western Folk Rock. It says, confused. Alright, this one too. This is a priceless artifact right here. There are not many Cottonwood Boys hats that were ever made. There's like 25 of them. And this is the only one that I know that still exists. A bluegrass duo I had with my friend Tom back in South Dakota. Very short-lived summer, but we played like 100 shows or something. It was crazy. There's a bootleg CD of a bunch of songs. I wonder if I even wrote on it. What we got? Aha! Yes. All right. I did drive and had a bunch of these bootleg CDs, demos from 2016 that I did when I was in college, like in my bedroom. Some of these ones are awful, like disgusting Audacity productions. Coldplay cover, Moody. Black Sabbath cover, War Pigs. Yeah, some other stuff. So one day, Scott, I hope that I can reap millions of dollars for what you have sown by collecting here. And then here's a sock I left for a while here. Cannot recall the last time I had these socks, so this is an artifact in its own. And then finally, we just added Ghost Town. And that's the Clayton Ryan official museum curated by Scott Miller. Love you, brother. You're an ultimate fan and been a friend for much longer. That's what happens when you make community, y'all. People make shrines.
Man, I just gotta say, I know you hear a lot of artists say this a lot, but it really is true. It rings true, especially for DIY artists. We couldn't do this without you guys. It's so important and so special to have friends on the road in multiple different states and cities. from just listening to our music and supporting, from a distance and listening online, like that's awesome. But coming out to shows is also very important for us. It helps us keep this show on the road. And we quite literally would be sleeping right out of the van if it wasn't for all the homies along the way. On this tour in particular, on this leg of the tour, we got to sleep on air mattresses, couches, and beds. And that really goes a long way, because otherwise we'd be forking out a lot of money that we don't have to go in an Airbnb or a really crappy motel that's going to give us tinnitus because we tried to turn on the sink or something. It's just like, it really does mean a lot, man. So we really, really could not do this without the homies out on the road. Thank you for supporting us and giving this little DIY band a chance to come out there and, do our thing.
All right, y'all. We had some questions from Instagram. All y'all that have been watching the action from afar. J-Mo on the beat wants to know, what's the most important thing about touring to remember? Thank you, J-Mo.
I don't know if that question means something philosophical to remember while touring or something literal. Don't forget your underwear. You should always bring extra change if you can.
Very important. I like one a day and then an extra, just
Yeah.
in case life happens, whatever.
And your toothpaste.
Yeah.
Dude, brushing your teeth is actually a huge thing. And we found that out on the Western tour. Like, you just feel so much better doing basic human cleanliness. That can sometimes just go to the side when you're running around, getting to a venue. Brushing your teeth really makes a difference. Like, we'd brush our teeth out in front of the venues, and just right before you go to brushing your teeth before a show actually is such a, like,
Just
centering
the
move.
Reset kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just like a good shower.
So
Obviously,
refreshing.
we want, I got my
Good shower.
wet hair here.
The dripping covenant.
Oh, a gallon of water. We always bring a
That
gallon
was
of
mine,
water with.
yeah.
And
I bought like a big 20,000 milliamp Anchor power bank, and that thing, life on the road or not, like at home or whatever, like I love that thing. But I will give a shout for DeWalt, the air compressor and / battery jumper. Haven't used the battery jumper yet. Not gonna look for me there. But I use that air compressor thing all the time. It's great survival emergency tool to have in the car.
I think philosophically as well, something to kind of, keep in mind while on tour, and always remember, just keep in the back of your head that, nobody really knows who you are unless you go into a city that you played before. And I know we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but always stay humble. Remember to stay humble, man, because, we're out here pouring our hearts and soul into our performances, and we're winning the fans over one song at a time. And sometimes you play to a crowded room that just talks over your music. And I think just remembering to stay humble and remembering that, nobody out here knows who you are. So just be prepared for that and take the time to be kind and generous and talk with everybody. Whoever's in the room, you're going to find that one person that connects with you, and take the time to talk with them. And don't let your head swell up, I guess is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
Keep it small. All right, so until it's time for you to go, asked, what were the first band, or who was the first artist or performance that inspired everybody musically?
I had a great first concert experience when I was like 16. I was just kind of getting into music and whatnot, and a few of my friends, we went to Buffalo, Minnesota at this all-ages venue and to see Foxy Shazam, and it was just phenomenal, mind-blowing, like just so energized, pure performers. Like they just intensely were connecting with the crowd and just like being crazy and dynamic and stuff. And it's like Eric Nally, great front man, Sky White, ripping on the keys. The keys are flying. Put the keyboard out on the people, like the crowd surfing, the keyboard and him. Just insane. It was like pure inspiration for me to just like go for it. Music is amazing, right?
So tonight, crowd surfing.
Tonight, yes.
Crowd surfing. Let's go. Man, for me, I remember seeing Joe Bonamassa at the Minnesota Zoo when I was like 16, and man, that show just blew me away musically. It was so much fun to watch, just his showmanship, and I don't remember if he interacted with the crowd too much, but just his showmanship was really inspiring, and I really enjoyed that show a lot. a recent one that really comes to mind right away is Lucas Nelson. I went to see him at First Avenue, and man, he blew me out of the water, man. Just the way that he spoke with the crowd and told stories about his songwriting and how a song came to be and all that, and actually taking the time to talk with the crowd about this. He didn't waste too much time, but it was kind of like take 30 seconds to talk about the song and then just start riffing into it.
Yeah.
Made the song that much more powerful, and it helped me connect with him from an audience standpoint.
I'm going to shout out an Iowa artist, since we're in Iowa. They're a blues guy named Stutterin' Jimmy and the Goosebumps. And,
That's a great name.
Wow,
that's a pretty good name.
Phenomenal name.
And Jimmy does stutter, but when he gets up there, he just delivers this insane show. And I've only seen him once in my life, and this was 2017, maybe 2016. I think I snuck into the bar we're playing at to see him. Sweet. Sorry, Dave. And you knew. Anyway, but this show was amazing, and he captured the crowd and just told these amazing stories in between, and just was fighting through to communicate. And at the very end of the show, he just had everyone that was still hanging out an hour, 15 minutes later, come up to the front of the stage and get a circle around him. We all just, like total strangers, just all hanging out in a circle, and of course it ended up like, arms on the shoulders sort of thing as he was singing. I think he went into like What a Wonderful World.
Wow.
Like, all that, and like a bluesy rendition, and it was just such an amazing command of the crowd without being like an imposing or aggressive person. It was just wholesome and commanding in a way that was safe.
I played 3 songs on this stage right here on June 6, 2016. And no one told me to stop, so here we are now, going on big tours and having a full career. You can make a full living doing music, all you that are trying it right now. It's true. Oh, by the way, I should just mention, I'm not paying these guys at all. And actually, that brings me to my next point. Has anyone been following our videos on YouTube, our little journeys across the country? We've been on tour. We're putting out a video every single day. We got something special for you, because if you've been watching those videos, I do a sardine of the day on the road. And I have not done the sardine of the day yet, which means right now you all get to be a part of this video of a sardine review of the day, if you will. My sardine master. All right, you boys want to play? Give me some background?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, we got some King Oscar wild-caught sardines in extra virgin olive oil, untainted oil, Mediterranean style. I told you this was going to be one of the best nights of your life, and here we are. There's olives in it. Look at that texture. That's a full fish right there. The texture is really nice. The flavor is a little salty on account of the olives. A little tomatoey on account of the tomato. These are some high quality cuts, let me tell you. I give it a 6 out of 10. What do y'all think? They're up here if you want to try them. It's a community effort. What went wrong? I just held on a couple years too long. Praying on things that I knew you never change. You were my whole world, but I was your getaway. Never thought I'd be back in this ghost town. Dead man walking on the cold ground. These memories will send me to my grave. Like a noose, I'm hung up on the good times. Your name spelled out on every street sign. I'm haunted by better long gone days.
Dude, last night was a lot of fun, man.
Dude, I knew that it was gonna be like a reunion of friends and whatnot. Man, the old Iowa stomping grounds.
Oh
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to bring you guys there too. That's where I started. It was super fun.
It's so cool to see everyone come out for you, man.
Yeah, thanks for showing us around too. That was really sweet.
No,
Yeah.
dude, thanks for you guys for coming out. It's really like, not to get old, sappy, but like living a dream doing this with you guys, dude. It's so fun. Everything you bring to the table and the sounds that you each got, man, it's a real deal.
Oh, I appreciate
It's
it.
been a pleasure, man. I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I'm just fortunate that like you asked and that we could make it work, and everyone doing the thing out here. Like the sound was incredible last
Yeah.
night. Like what the heck?
For real, dude.
Yeah, it was
All
just
vibes up,
rocking
man.
and like, dude, you were leaning extra hard into the Chris Stapleton vibes. Like your voice sounds just like Chris Stapleton. It's amazing. Didn't you think?
I'll pull over.
There's something wrong with the tires. What's up? What's up? Dude, close the door. It's cold.
I don't sound like Chris Stapleton, right?
No, dude.
I don't. No. No one thinks
Hell
that. No.
No.
No, right, Casey?
I've never heard this.
I don't hear it.
That's right. Okay. Good. Good job, guys.
Let me take you down to a place I know. River is cold and the choke cherries grow. We can start off the night with a jar full of snow. We can dance under our own light show. Jump in the car and take off your shoes. Forget your worries.